My turn?
No, hold on. Hi, Mary. Hello, Mary.
Samson, I'm here.
From where you sit at Transparency International, what do you have to say? Again, people are raising issues with the Attorney General for holding these press briefings, which appear to be sort of an overreach or which appear to prejudice the matters that they are dealing with.
Samson, I do not think so at all. What he has done has not in any way indicted anybody. He says he has been able to establish some prima facie of sort, and so he wants to pursue this agenda. And for you and I, you know that the fight against corruption is a matter of perceptions and experiences. And so in this case, I don't want to go back to all the chronicling Sule has done, but in this case, you realize that there has been a lot that has been done to produce evidence. On the issue of culpability or not, the courts would then adjudicate to determine that. But the people of Ghana who brought the NDC government back to power are expecting that per the oral agenda and also others that they put in place to fight corruption, we would see results. The president promised us so. So what the Attorney General is doing is to just update us on the operationalization of the oral agenda. So there is nothing wrong at all. And let me add here again that in the way the Attorney General is going, Samson, we are going to, if it continues and we see a lot more action into the future, we are going to be doing well in various indices, I can assure you, perhaps not this year, but going into the future. Because we are building trust of the citizen that when government speaks, and in this case, I mean the executive, the legislature, and judiciary, all putting action to the commitments and the promises they have made. When they speak, it just does not remain as rhetoric, and they do not rebuff us when we come to then create or also profess some of the great ideas that we put together as our researchers, as our investigative pieces, working together as civil society and also as citizens. They are working on them. Then trust will be built. Then the people of Ghana would also then reflect these in some of the researches we carry out, either by international experts responding to them when it comes to the CPI, academics and private sector, or the citizens themselves speaking to this fact. For me individually, I believe that the optics thus far have been very good from the president and also the Attorney General. And I hope that, like Sule said, usually during the first year of a new government, we tend to see a lot of this good faith being displayed. However, as we go on, then they become defensive. They tend to want to also support their members and do things that are in the contrary. I believe that in this case, we should see a president who wishes to leave a legacy for the people of Ghana, remaining on this course that he is charting and getting all those who are behind him to support. And I'm very sure if the Attorney General keeps this up, and also the SP who has been doing some of these in the past, we would see people of Ghana wholeheartedly following and supporting this agenda. And I believe we would make some gains. It would then be in the hands or in the mouth of the judges to determine whether those people are guilty or not.
The Attorney General has said at this presser that some of the people have approached for plea bargain, so they are taking the money back. They are not going to prosecute them. Some of them too, they are going to use them as prosecution witnesses. So they have a non-prosecution agreement with some of these people. There are members of society who are not happy about that, that if people have done wrong, prosecute them, rather than say come and bring money back and I let you go. What do you say about that?
I'm saying that is true. As much as that is true, across the globe, and also Ghana not being an exception, we have seen increasingly that the issue of plea bargaining has come to stay. And for us in Ghana, I believe that I personally would want to see everyone who is guilty or complicit being dealt with. But then sometimes these issues, you realize perhaps looking at the merit of the various cases, perhaps you would not have a lot to get from most of those who are also part of these schemes. And so if you get them to then establish fundamentally and add evidence to these cases to get the very big ones who are very guilty to get to be punished for their wrongs, then it is a good thing. It's a win-win situation, and it's not just in Ghana or perhaps for this Attorney General. I remember in the past government, which was just booted out, there was something like that when it came to the issue of the banking, where at ACN there was something like that, but then he reneged on the promise and was subsequently taken to prison. So it's not new. It's happened across regimes. It's happened across the globe, and increasingly it's become one of the approaches to the delivery of justice. Let's get back our monies, and then we see how it goes. And if you remember, the Attorney General also indicated that in some of the instances, others also came. But looking at the merits of the cases and what they were presenting, they thought those were not enough, and they declined those. So it means that it's not in every case they are picking plea bargains. Okay. And if you listen to the SP as well, in the past, he's also very much amenable to the issue around this approach of ensuring that we get back our monies, recover the loot, recover assets, and then we pursue the agenda of anti-corruption going forward.
Right. For the special prosecutor, they have a specific provision in their act that says that they should do recoveries, but it should apply to everybody else. And we have also elevated the plea bargain regime by passing a law in 2022, led by Godfrey Dame, to amend a portion of our criminal and other offences procedure Act 30 to give room for all of this. I participated in the NSS scandal in 2015, 2016, and we used a different law to do plea bargain for some of our clients.